No, I cannot say that will replace that job.
Let's start with numbers. $308 billion. That is how much US insurers lose to fraud every single year. And that is just fraud. On top of that, the average auto insurance claim takes 14 to 18 days to close. Not because the work is complicated, but because every step is manual. A person verifies the policy, a person reviews the photos, a person checks the repair shop, a person writes the response letter, and that each step waits for the one before it. Your policy holders are waiting 2 full weeks for a decision they should get in minutes. The good news is the technology to solve all of this already exists. Not a concept, not a pilot, a working system. And today I want to show you what it looks like running on a real claim. Walking us through this today is Dinesh. He is the head of solutions at Maruti Techlabs who built this system from the ground up. Dinesh, I want to start with a simple question. Okay, before we get into the solution, I want to understand at the high level, what did your team exactly build?
Thanks, Reno. We have built a AI-powered multi-agent motor insurance claim processing system, which has a multiple agents, which does the claim processing, and all this is built with the multi-agent systems, and everything runs under the 5 minutes.
Okay, but what usually happens is a policyholder has to fill in all their details manually. How does your system handles that?
Yeah, great question. That is where I actually begin. So usually policy holder sits down, filling all the data and manually uploads all the documents, and that takes time. And that process is also error prone, where they misfill some data, and then the system goops up, right? To solve this problem, we have the automatically extraction system, which reads all this data and then process it. So in the system where the policy details are already filled in, so driver's license, when the claim has been submitted, usually the driver's license comes into picture. So system extracts the data from the driver's license, and that is name, address, age, validations, and other details has been extracted from the system. And apart from that, the title certificate, which is the ownership of the vehicle documents. So when system extracts the data from the vehicle's title, it extracts the data which shows this motor vehicle belongs to the particular person, right? So this is how it extracts the data and keeps into the system. And third and very important is the policy document, which is comprehensive policy, which tells you about what has been covered, what has not been covered, and what is the validity of the motor's insurance and other related details, right? So on the screen you are seeing that particular data which is already filled in.
So the system is doing all the data entry before adjuster even sees the claim, right?
Exactly. So system has all the data. It extracts the data from the documents and which is in the system. So that ensures there is a more accuracy in the documents, and that makes the system more accurate to process the claim in the future.
Alright, so now the documents are read, the form is filled. What happens the moment policyholder hits submit?
Okay, so every information, all the documents are in the system. So now when the claimant submit the claim, so I'll just show you how it has been processed. So let's take an example of James Carter, and is having an accident with his private car onto some north region, and it is a collision. So our system just sees the claim descriptions, like what was the scenario, how the hit was happened, and James has already put the photographs which shows his car is badly had a collision onto the right hand side, onto the several places, right? And system shows there is a policy details which shows policy details of the car, make and model, coverage, what are the claim history, right? And other details. So we already have the driver license, title certificates, policy documents, claim description, and the photographs into the system. Now as soon as we submit it, then the process will start.
That alone saves an adjuster an hour or two. That is so great. Okay, now what is next?
Okay, so that is the interesting part which is coming into the system, which is a shop intelligence network. So shop intelligence network is built in a way where any claimant, when submit the claims, they always mention their repair shops. So our system maps out and make a network of all the claimants and their shop, where they got repaired, right, and what is the estimations.
So your system is essentially doing a background check for a repair shop in real time.
Yes, so we are keeping a database of the claimant and the fraud shops and maintaining a relationship between them, which essentially does what was the claim, how much repair shop has been charged, and is there any possibility of fraud.
Moving on, let's talk about something that I believe is most powerful here, the fraud network. Can you explain what it is and how it works?
Surely. So that is the unique part of the system where we are building a network for the claims which are coming. So claims will have a claimant's information, and in that there will be information for the shops as well. So usually when the claimant submit the documents, it would have estimated cost which repair shop or the fraud or shop has quoted, right? So a system builds the network like which claimant went to which shops, and as you can see on the screen, it would create a graph and all the nodes or all the circles which you are seeing on the system, all the purple ones are the shops and the red ones are the claimant who has got the estimations or got their car repaired onto that particular shops. And onto the right hand side you can see I have like a system listed the fraud rings, which shows like as an example Scottsdale Auto Body Shop, right? When you click on it, it will show like how many people went there, who were the claimants, their names, claim amount, and whether that has been flagged by our system into a fraud network. Right? So this is the I can say a proper network which has been built and which helps our system to detect the possible frauds into early stage.
And all of this is built automatically, and your team is not manually making these connections.
Yes, obviously it is all automatic, and it learns as long as we process more claims. More claims comes into the system, network grows, and there are more accurate results which would detect the fraud shops and fraud claimants.
Let's go back to the photos on James' claim. I think this is where things get interesting. What does your system do with the damaged photos?
Okay, if we see the James uploaded photographs, there are damages onto the front passenger side, rear passenger side, and onto the second photograph, you see a front bumper, front right fender, front right wheel area has been damaged, right? And you'll see like different colors, red, green, and blue, right? So those are the areas where the proper damage has been happened and system has detected that automatically, and there are scores associated with it which tells the system how severe is the damage.
Okay, so does your system detects that a photo is AI generated?
Yes, definitely. We also have that feature into our system which detects whether the uploaded image is AI generated or it's an actual image, and that is with the various parameters which is involved into the while taking or uploading the photographs. So we have a technology called the EXIF examination, which does the metadata of the particular photographs, which includes the GPS locations, camera angles, and various other camera parameters, which taken into consideration. And apart from that, the lighting, the sharpness, and many other parameters taken into consideration, and then system flags it whether that is a AI generated image or not. So we ran that into thousands of photographs, and we got like a 95 plus accuracy. We are able to detect that a particular photo is AI generated or not.
95% accuracy, that is truly remarkable.
Yeah, definitely. But no system is 100% accurate, right? Still 95, but we are improving it.
Yeah, that is great. We have talked about the photos and the shops, but what about the claimants themselves? How do you know if the person filing the claim has a history of doing this or not?
Yeah, so that is a very interesting part. Most of the system don't keep that particular history, but our system see a full picture of it. Let's talk about the James claim. So if we see James has 4 claims previously. First one was like $800, second one was $1,200, and then slightly up, and this claim is around 2,000. So every time it is nearly doubling, and James has went to 3 different repair shops across 4 claims, right?
Oh, and none of the previous claim has marked it red.
Yeah, so because every time this particular claim went to a different adjuster, right, and they see it as a normal claim, and then they approve the things. That is how the normal system works. But our system takes the full picture, takes the full history, and system knows the history of particular claimant and their claims, right?
Yeah.
And then keeps the history, which makes it very intelligent. Like the particular claim which is submitted today has fraud scores or has any connection with the previous repair shops.
Okay. Dinesh, how long did all of that actually takes?
Yeah, I can roughly say it took around like 4 to 5 minutes.
That is truly impressive. Dinesh, one thing that I want to understand that if this system can be used by different persons at different roles and different positions.
Yes, definitely. The system can be used at different levels, and all that different level will have different KPIs to measure.
Could you please walk us through each of those?
Yeah, definitely. So let's start with the head of the claims or head of the operations. And as you can see onto the dashboard, they are like showing the number of process claims, number of escalated claims. The escalated claims are the ones which is assigned to a human review, average cycles, average time it took, and then the SLA breaches and other factors. They also shows like how your team is loaded, how much work your team has, like how many your adjuster are processing the claims, and claim aging. If I talk about claim aging, it is like how much time it took to process one particular claim. So if I show you before some time, so this is for the particular operations head. They'll have a lens or they'll have information of what is into the system.
Okay. So this replaces the morning status meeting, right?
Yeah, for updates, I can say yes, and it gives much more insights for different roles.
Now the CFO, what does their view show?
So if you look at the board right now, we can see the data, which is very important for any CFO. It shows like the incurred total damage cost which claimant has filed, right? So it shows a number which claimant has claiming, and the paid, which is approved, how much company has already paid, what are the outstanding reserve still there onto the system, and the recoveries. Recoveries are nothing but the file charges which company recovers from the claimant on processing the claims, right? And average severity and loss ratio, which is also there onto the boards. Apart from that, it also shows the paid reserves for last 6 months, and there are filters with you can filter the data and see for particular months recoveries and other data. And there are pie charts which shows like damage estimations by decision, in the sense how much has been approved, how much has been rejected, escalated, right? And there is one more interesting thing which says like claim by type, how much claim is there for a different type, like collision, total loss, flood, theft, right? So always the CFO would be able to bifurcate where the money is going and where the recoveries are happening, right? And the graphs associated with it. So that is the more important data for any CFO wants to see.
Yeah, nice. On the screen, I can see the risk and the network view. So what is it and who is it built for?
Okay, that is for the team who is running behind the scene, who is flagging the fraud claims, flagging the fraud shops, right? So this particular system will help them to see the data, and this particular dashboard will give a information to the head of the risk department, right? So as we can see onto the screen, like how much cost has been saved for particular frauds, right? What is the average fraud score which has been there for number of claims processed, SIO open queue. So apart from that, it also has a fraud funnel which says like how many claims has flagged by the system and how many auto rejected, how many are with the SI, right? And cost associated with it, which says like how much cost has been saved, right? If you go below, it is a network graph which shows claimant's history, and what auto shops they went to, what was the amount, and the fraud rings associated with it. So in single view, they'll have more data, which is helping them to review more, right? And onto the bottom of that, you will see a garage network performance, which shows data of systems like the percentage ratings and their performance associated with it.
Dinesh, what does the CIO and CTO watch?
For CIO and CTO, there is a specific dashboard which we have designed, and that shows LLM cost spent, and not only the cost, it also shows the how many automated decision has been taken, a model fallback, average latency time, and total LLM cost. So ultimately, it shows the AI is involved into system, what it does, and how much that is costing particular to a system. And there is also a node cost breakdown, which is there onto the system.
Node cost breakdown. So what does that give them?
Correct. So a node cost breakdown gives you a cost associated with a particular agents. I talked about this is a multi-agent system. So how much cost is there for particular agents, how much cost they are bearing for a particular agent, whether damage analysis took much cost, fraud detection took a smaller cost, right? And related other agent has taken some cost. Apart from that, it also shows the models which you have used, or GPT-4, mini GPT-4, or the vision models which we have used, right? And it also shows the health of the pipelines. So the system is built onto the multi-agent systems, which is in a pipeline, and whether that particular system is still operating or not, that shows. So in one particular dashboard for any operational person, will be able to see cost, AI, and the health.
Okay, so this will be very helpful for them.
Definitely, that will be very helpful.
Let me bring this together. We started with an industry that takes 14 to 18 days to close a claim. We just watched one close in 4 minutes. Fraud that hides across multiple claims caught. Repair shops with a history of inflating estimates flagged at intake. AI generated fake photos detected at 91 to 95% accuracy, and every policyholder gets a clear, compliant response the moment their claim is processed. You can book a 30-minute demo at the link on your screen. You will see a claim processed end-to-end on your specific use case, or just reach us at the contact below. The question worth asking is this: what does your claim operations look like 6 months from now, if this is already running? We would like to help you find out.